you think 4 seed a long trip? I mean 5 long trips, sorry.
All the way in Washington is crazy, but just gotta go out there and handle business. I mean, this is something that we've wanted and we're all happy about, but it's time to still go to work.
Conference championship, top 15 ranking. First thing you hear on the broadcast is you guys are going to lose to Harvard.
What's new?
Exactly.
What's new? I mean, everyone we play, they said we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to, and then it all comes out to the last 2 minutes of a game. So who what's new?
Nice to have that little extra motivation. Put the chip back on your shoulder.
I mean, we're already motivated, and guys on this team is so locked into what's going on, and I mean we hear what everyone talks about, like especially like what they did just now, but I mean we're so locked in and motivated on what's going on in our locker room and what's going on as a team that I mean those things don't really affect us.
Justin, what was your gut reaction and the first thing you thought when you saw Spokane?
Say again?
What was your gut reaction? What did you think right away when you saw that?
Time to go to work.
You weren't upset or anything?
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Everything I expected.
Was everything you expected?
Yeah. Underdogs.
You think just the fact that you had to go out there, is not even the fact that you were number 5 seed, you think that was like a slap in the face?
5 is my favorite number.
5's his favorite number.
You guys know anything about Spokane, Washington?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Better find out.
Yes, you are. People talk about the need to make a deep tournament run. What in your guys' minds is a deep tournament run? What does this team have to do that?
6 games.
Huh?
6 games.
6 games, okay.
Mm-hmm. You gotta take it a day at a time. You can't really focus on what's going on like with a Sweet 16 or anything like that. You just gotta take it a day at a time.
You guys feel like the American was slighted at all with SMU not getting in and just kind of the way the seeding fell with Louisville and you guys?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we got no control of it, and it happens when it happens. So, I mean, we got to handle our business and do what Cincinnati do, and we'll be fine.
Did you guys do it? Any reaction on Louisville getting a 4?
Everything expected.
Kind of low.
What?
Huh?
Louisville?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how that seeding thing goes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Too complicated for me.
Yeah, I don't. It's too much bracket thinking
Numbers
for
and all that.
for those type of. I don't know.
You guys, I mean, will you put a bracket out and just have no numbers and just teams everywhere? Is that the best way to look at it for you guys? No numbers anywhere? Go out and play?
Cincinnati against the world is how we look at it.
Yeah, I mean, we're rather that anyway. I mean, that's how we look at it all throughout the year. So what's gonna change now?
How much do you guys look at the NCAA tournament as a chance of like cement your legacy that you see?
It's your last go around. I mean, that's how you gotta take it. It's not coming back. So you gotta leave it the way you want to leave. So it's our last chance. So we're gonna get to practice at 12 tomorrow and start what we need to do.
Do you see it that way though, Sean? That
Yeah.
the legacy will be wrapped up in how far you go?
It's the same way. Yeah.
Gonna be hard playing so far away from home?
Say again?
You said what?
Spokane? Gonna be hard playing so far away from home?
No, we got the best fans in America. They come and watch us.
Probably not a whole lot of UC alumni in Spokane.
Yeah, I can
There's
agree.
a lot of alumni in Spokane for a lot of places. Washington State and Gonzaga alumni only, or Idaho too. Right?
No, they leave.
Sean, can you talk about why the team is capable of making a deep run? What you guys really are just built upon to make a deep run?
Cincinnati basketball.
Yeah, well, seniors, I mean, you got to really keep the young guys in tune on what's really going on and what we're trying to accomplish here. I mean, we have no control, like you said, over like Justin said, like over what's going on. But I mean, we do have control over what we can control, and that's like keeping the guys in focus and really letting them know. I mean, this is it's a whole different season now. I mean, now it's something totally different, and we just gotta continue to stay focused with it.
Did the mindset change at all after playing in the American Conference Tournament? Did it get you in that kind of postseason feel?
I mean, I'm always in kill mode, so I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's no on and off switch. It's just on every time.
Yeah, with our coach, it's no off switch. You always got to stay on.
All right, thanks, guys.
Start with the 5 seed, kind of surprised by that.
I thought the American Athletic Conference as a whole, obvious, I think it would be very obvious to say was didn't get a lot of respect from top to bottom. From Louisville as a 4 to Cincinnati as a 5 to SMU not in the tournament. I think it's just pretty obvious.
Why do you think that was?
Got to ask, that's questions for the committee. I know this, if NC State's so good, we beat them. They're in. We beat Pitt. We beat Nebraska. They finished 4th in the Big Ten. That'll be an interesting question. It's probably, as they ask the committee. But I think it's pretty clear that SMU wasn't even on the bubble from anything I looked at. I never saw them on the bubble at any point.
Strength of schedules, they're saying you've got them.
Look at some other people's strength of schedule. I think what they're not saying. If they were to say the truth, there was a lack of respect, obviously, by the committee for the American Athletic Conference. It is without question.
How does the seed coming in at 5 affect your players' mindset, your mindset going in?
It's not at all. That being said, to me, it's all irrelevant. You got to go play because to me, I've been through this where the team you play could. There's 9 seeds that may not be as good as 12 seeds. There's 12s that are better, or there's 14s that are better than 12s. I don't know where North Carolina Central is seeded.
15.
They're
Against
15
Iowa State. 14.
or 14.
Iowa
I
State.
can tell you that they have one of the best coaches in the country. Young coach, unknown name coach in the country, in Lavelle Moten, and they're good. So I think it's all a crapshoot. You put numbers next to names of teams doesn't mean that 14 is better than 12. And in defense of the committee, I don't know how they can decide it. They have to put a number next to a name. But I think what the tournament's become such a big deal that everybody, we have a lot of new fans to college basketball for this event and this event only. So they assume that if you're 12, if you're 5, you're better than 12, and that's not necessarily the case. And then the beauty of the tournament is it only matters who's better on Thursday. That's all that matters. So it's all irrelevant, really, at the end of the day. The only unfortunate thing for us is our location. Obviously, Spokane has great college basketball with Gonzaga, but it's tough for our fans to get there. But everybody goes through that from time to time.
Coach, will you consider leaving even earlier to get acclimated?
You have to. The NCAA coordinates travel, so
Would you like to?
we will see. They don't put out game times until late tonight, so that'll affect you as well. So all that stuff is still yet to be determined.
Along those no respect lines, would you have thought that with a 5 seed they'd have kept you fairly close to here?
Yeah, I don't know. Because you look at it, Michigan State's out there too. They were preseason #1 in the country. They're out there as well. So you can look at it in a lot of ways. At the end of the day, you got to play games. Everybody's a good team or they wouldn't be in. And you got to win games.
Do you like your matchup against Harvard? How much you know about them?
I know they're really good. I know they beat New Mexico last year in the first round. I know Tommy's an excellent coach.
Coach, President Ono just tweeted that he was a professor at Harvard. Any tips from him?
Well, we don't have that in common. So,
What's the most important thing going into the tournament that you're telling your players?
we have to be the best defensive team in the tournament. You can't harbor any illusions when you're at this time of year. You know, I think that you need to be great in a certain area to advance, and we have to be smart enough to know what our formula for success is, and we have to be great at it. We can't be good at it because Harvard's really good. Good's not going to be enough, and our defense is going to have to be dominant. That is our mistakes are going to have to be few. Our defense is going to have to be dominant. We're going to have some guys play well, and that's it. But I don't think that's different for anybody. But for us, it's pretty. When you're a top 5 defensive team in the country all year, you better be in the tournament or you're not going to advance. You're not going to all of a sudden advance by being a top 5 offensive team in the country. So our defense better be great.
You're a guy that likes to motivate with not negative stuff, but maybe putting a chip on guys' shoulders. Get a kind of a smile when you see Seth Davis and Doug Gottlieb pick Harvard right away with the guys all watching?
I'm going to refrain from answering that because they get too much airtime to fire back at me. The beauty about picking those guys that pick, they don't go to Vegas and bet, or they'd all be broke. I'll just say that for anybody that picks. And then they don't replay the show to tell you about all your bad picks. So, you know, it doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter. We need to worry about what we need to do to beat Harvard.
What can those of us not playing do in Spokane for fun?
That one I don't know. A lot of places I've recruited.
Not there.
18 years as a college coach, driving around as a kid with my dad in scouting Major League Baseball, amateurs. Haven't been to Spokane, so I'm looking forward to it. Actually,
What you can do for
do we play? Is it Gonzaga's Arena? No.
You can get in the car and drive through Idaho to Montana so that you can tell people you've seen Montana. That's what I did.
He said that, not me.
Is it Washington State's arena? That's Pullman.
No, it's like a municipal arena. It's, you can walk there. It's within walking distance of the hotel that we stayed, but it wasn't because we were not on Gonzaga's campus. They play.
What were you doing there?
I covered Miami. Was your first year when you did
Yeah.
the postseason?
Who was Miami of Ohio was there?
So they asked me if I wanted to go cover Miami. And I got to go to Montana.
What's the plan between now and then?
Oh, right now, finish all the media stuff so I can get back to my office and start looking at Harvard.
And how long we do that tonight?
Depends.
Depends on-
How late I can stay up.
It depends on how late you can stay up.
Yeah, it'll depend on how late I stay awake. It's the beauty of the iPad. You just sit in bed and prop it up on a pillow.
Yeah.
Do you look at all at your second round matchup? Or you
No.
focus on Harvard?
That'll be that you want to talk to me about, like, something that I'll make sure that I impart on my team. They need a put a piece of tape over the other game, because you start looking at the other game, it's a recipe for disaster. You better worry about Harvard. All you got to do is ask my friends at New Mexico. So I will make sure that our guys understand that Harvard won their first round game last year.
You went 5-4 in the last 9. Is that any cause for concern?
I think it's an indication of who we played.
Yeah.
Coach, where's the team's focus right now, right after the conference tournament? Where would you say they are?
I'm not sure how you want me to answer that one.
I'm just saying, coming back from the tournament, how do you feel like they are mentally?
They're excited. They just went 27-6. They had the best year that anybody's had around here since 2002. They're extremely excited, and they should be proud of what they accomplished. But I can tell you that there's a sense of urgency because we have such good seniors, that they want to win. They want to keep playing. They love playing together. So my job is to make sure I impart on them how we do that. What's what's our recipe for success? What's going to give us the best chance to make sure that we can advance? But yeah, they're ready to go. I mean, those guys are fired up. They love playing together. I mean, all you got to do is watch us play, win, lose, or draw, and you never think that we may have had a bad night, but you never think these guys don't like playing together. They really like playing together. It's why it's made it easier to coach them. It's why they won a conference championship and had such a tremendous season. Like I pointed out earlier, guys, we won more games than Duke, North Carolina. More importantly, we're in the tri-state area. The name of the states would be Ohio State, Kentucky, and Indiana. We won more games than all those teams. So we had a great season. But now it's a new season. And one of the things I heard a question asked, you know, you start talking about leaving legacies for your seniors. It's done in March. There's no question about that. So all you got to do is walk down the streets of Cincinnati and ask people who played in 1992, and they can tell you. They even know guys that came off the bench.
What constitutes a deep run, Mick? People say we need to make a deep run.
No, we don't
What does
need
that
to.
mean?
We've had a great season, like you and I talked about earlier. I'm not going to define our season based on the NCAA tournament. Now, obviously, you know, my seniors want to keep playing. But you know, in a single elimination tournament, anything can happen. There's been many a great team get knocked out. And that's the unfortunate thing about this crazy world called college basketball. You can have a great year. You know, in college football, you can have a great year, and nobody even remembers if you won the bowl game unless it was a national championship. You know, that's what devalues our regular season so much. So we don't need to do anything. I can tell you what we want to do. We want to keep playing. You know, and you know, other people can define whether it's enough or not, and people can judge it. I don't put any stock in any of that. You know, if and when we lose in the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be sad because it's going to be the last time I coach my seniors. Not because somebody's going to think it wasn't deep enough.
Anything else?
Got it? Yes. How do you really feel about Spokane, Bill?
I think I just told you.